All right, so back to some of the big splash free agency news today throughout this whole free agency thing going on today and for the 2019 NFL free agency run. Sam Dog, the infamous 253. I know I just dropped the story of Seahawks news with Coleman leaving and the Frank Clark holdout coming out, but we've had some big time splashing news about certain signings. Landon Collins just signed a 6-year, $84 million deal, $45 million guaranteed deal to the Washington Redskins, going to the Giants' divisional rival. I don't know how Giants fans are taking this one out, but man, I'll tell you what, that's a big-time deal. Collins has made some big plays for the Giants in the past few years too, but man, that's a big loss for the New York Giants secondary since they weren't going to be able to afford him. He was one of the big free agent names on the market too, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of effect that Landon Collins will have on the Washington Redskins secondary, especially since I think they also just let go of HaHa Clinton Dix. Correct me if I'm wrong on this one too, but Landon Collins just got paid big time money to play for the Washington Redskins secondary. And then other than that, I mean, I got the Facebook page up, so here's the one earlier that I posted earlier about Justin Coleman going to Detroit. But here's another big deal too. 49ers made a splash today too, signing, and Frank Clark was trying to recruit him to try to come to the Seahawks too, but Kwon Alexander is going to be in the NFC West, but he just signed a 4-year, $54 million deal, $27 million guaranteed with the San Francisco 49ers. So the 49ers, the rival San Francisco 49ers, are beefing up their linebacker core. So it'll be, and their pass rush with who they already got with Solomon Thomas and DeForest Buckner. And there's still the possibility, and I've been seeing it, that Earl Thomas could still be joining the 49ers. I don't know how much cap space the Niners got, but if they were to get Earl Thomas, that would be another big-time move to add to their already what should be good, promising future defense. But imagine still this, though. The Arizona Cardinals could still try to dump out Josh Rosen and draft Kyler Murray, so that would still possibly open the door to the San Francisco 49ers, adding to their pass rush by drafting Nick Bosa. So that would still be scary to have to go up against with our Seahawks offensive line. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with the 49ers. But then also, Buffalo Bills are expected to sign former first-round cornerback Kevin Johnson from the Houston Texans. Not really a lot on here, but for the move, so y'all can give me details on that too. Eagles re-signed left tackle Jason Peters. But here's another big splash. It seems like, other than for teams making the biggest splash in the free agency with big-time signings, I mean, obviously last Saturday the Raiders made the trade for Antonio Brown. But the Raiders just made another move, signing former New England Patriots offensive lineman Trent Brown to a 4-year, $66 million contract with $36,750,000 guaranteed. Raiders have been making some splashes just 1 year before they make their move to Las Vegas for 2020. So Raiders have been making the biggest splash so far in this free agency with Trent Brown and, of course, Antonio Brown. And then also the Philadelphia Eagles are about to sign Super Bowl 50 champion from the Denver Broncos and now officially former Jacksonville Jaguars defensive end Malik Jackson to a 3-year $1 million deal. The Philadelphia Eagles are signing Malik Jackson for a $30 million deal for 3 years. So that's another big splash. I mean, he just came off of a knee surgery, so let's see how it affects him coming into the season, considering the Eagles did trade Michael Bennett to the Patriots. And then also the Lions also made another move other than signing Coleman. I mean, they also signed wide receiver Danny Amendola to a 1-year, $5.75 million deal. So Danny Amendola, the former Patriot receiver, and then 1-year Miami Dolphin player, heading to the NFC North to join the Detroit Lions, as well as Justin Coleman. But then also, Detroit signed, I'm trying to find it too, but here it is. Here's another breaking news. One of the big-time defensive end free agents, Trey Flowers, signed with the Detroit Lions to a 5-year deal. I'm going to pull that up really quick to try to give you all the information on the deal for for a Trey Flowers. So give me a second. So hang in there with me. I'm just trying to give you all the info at once. That way, so that way I don't have to do it all in just separate videos. So it says Lions signed ex-Patriot pass rusher Trey Flowers to a massive $17 million per year deal. The app that I'm pulling up is CBS Sports. So all I'm seeing is that it's going to be deal expected to be in the range of $17 million, $18 million per year. Not really seeing how much the big time deal is, but that's a big deal for the Detroit Lions. So that's what I got so far in free agency today. Lots of big deals, so make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell. If anything else comes up, then I will let you guys know. Right now, I also got the NFL Network on TV right now. I got it muted right now so I can still give you guys the info. Right now, I talk about wide receiver Jamison Crowder expected to sign with the Jets. So, anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Like, subscribe, give me your thoughts in the comments on some of these free agency moves, because I would like to know your thoughts, depending on who your teams are or what your thoughts on your teams getting all these players too. So, anyway, thank you all for tuning in, and if you ain't with it, you ain't infamous, and as always, go Seahawks.